Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews, and I'm very happy to announce our very first podcast. This is the official podcast for Creative Reviews, where we not only go over the videos and editorials on YouTube and Blogger and everything we put on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, but we also go over relevant topics, whatever hits my mind, whatever headlines I've seen, whether it be politics, U.S. international news, music news, tech news, automotive news, if I'm missing, sports news too. Everything that comes up, I'll be mentioning here. So it's a little bit of everything. So it's not only going to be the review portion of Creative Reviews, but it's going to be a little bit more. Just to give you a taste, what we usually will be starting with is what's been recently released on our YouTube page, which you can find it at youtube.com/creativereviewsp, or you can search for it by just typing in Creative Reviews Productions. In the last week, we released a few videos, and I'll begin with the iPad mini comparison, which goes through the entire Apple iOS line, from their small phone to their mid-sized tablet to their full-size tablet. And I go over the good and bad points of each, and if you only can buy one, which one should you buy? I'd say definitely check it out. Thank you for the views, and I'll be making more in this series for sure. The second video that we released is a very late, because it was released on the 7th, 7 days after April Fool's, and it's a happy late April Fool's from Creative Reviews Productions. It's not funny, it's not anything, it's a little bit awkward, but it features a cat, which you'll be probably seeing more of. And another one that I'm really excited to see here would be, we have a new series about fashion. It's springtime, I'm updating my wardrobe, and I have bought some shoes, pants, and shirts, and what I want to focus on first is shoes. So our first video in this series is going to be on Cole Haan's Colton Casual Wingtip in Desert Gold. If you don't know anything about shoes, wingtips are kind of like dressy shoes, but they have a little bit of styling on them. It kind of looks like a boot, and actually when I got these, somebody mentioned, is that a high top boot or something? But it's not. It's just a wingtip. I'm a fan of them. I know other people aren't, and the ones that I review are in a very light leather color, so it's kind of out there to begin with, but we're going to be going through that. Some nice black dress shoes, some Nike running shoes, and another suede wingtip. I think I just went wingtip crazy when I was buying, but there's more that we'll review. And what we'll do is in the first video, we'll show it. For example, these are size 10.5s, I think, and I'll go through the rundown, the materials, and the looks of it, the styling, but then later in the series, I will go out and actually wear them. Where I've already filmed the second part in this series, I walked around at a place called Fairfax Corner. I live in Northern Virginia. It was a beautiful day today. It was Sunday, and I think it went up to 70 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be great. It's going to be 80 degrees, so I'm definitely going outside again. But I was walking on pavement, I was walking inside a store, I was walking everywhere, and I just wanted to see how these shoes fared. Because, dress shoes are not the most comfortable, but what I like about Cole Haan's, even though they technically may not be dress shoes, they're shown here as casual wingtips, but instead of just like a smooth sole, this one actually has Nike Air technology. That basically means it just has some rubber stuff on the bottoms, but it really helps. It's a rubber heel and some rubber grips where the sole of your foot goes. And I think it does wonders. Check out the video, and we're just going to keep on going through all the stuff that I got, and I'll be wearing them and telling you about the experience, if it's something that you should get or not get. For example, this is something definitely you should research before, because these are pretty expensive. Their official retail price is $198. So you gotta like wingtips, and you gotta like the styling of these shoes. So check back, and I'm really excited for this series. and we'll be pushing more out, more than just shoes. It'll be other clothing pieces too. And I'll be telling you if people give me compliments or say that's the ugliest crap that I ever saw. So let's go on from there. The websites that we'll be checking out will be whatever's on my bookmark bar. Apple Insider, which is an Apple tech review website that goes through rumors and the release schedule of Apple products. I'm an Apple fan. I do have a PC computer, but I'm an Apple fan. I used to have an Android phone, and that was okay until it got old. Then I got an iPhone 5. But we'll be going through tech news not only from Apple. We'll be going over CNN news, CNET reviews, ESPN news. My favorite teams are the LA Lakers, the Washington Wizards because I live here, the Washington Redskins, the Washington Nationals, the Yankees, and I know I'm forgetting one. I don't know. I'm just a fan of sports teams. I'm not really a big fan on hockey. I'm not going to be talking about any of that much, or soccer or NASCAR. But I'll be focusing on the main three: football, basketball, and baseball. And of course, playoffs are coming up. My Lakers lost today and against the Clippers, and I'm not really happy about that at all. But I think they're going to fight. And they're going to make it to the playoffs in the 8th seed. And they're either going to be playing OKC or the Spurs. And I feel like if we get the Spurs, we have a chance because we're hungry. I know that Kobe Bryant, one of my favorite players, wants to get another ring. That's all he cares about. I feel like he'd be as pissed if he made it into the playoffs and lost without getting a ring than being bounced out before. But they have to fight on. They got to play a lot better. I'll go more into this on a regular show, but I want to move on right now so we can cover the other topics. Again, we're going to be talking about some TMZ news. It's my favorite TV show because it's funny. They talk about celebrity gossip, but they also go on more relevant topics where they kind of tie it into the personal lives of some politicians, and they go into cultural issues and just a bunch of stuff. If you don't watch TMZ or read it online, I'd suggest try it out because it's a fun way to get your news. It's not the best way, but it's a fun way. And I know some people really don't look at news all the time, but it's a great way to get into it. But of course, we'll be going through all this. I was a political science major in college, and I love politics. So we'll be covering all of that whenever there's a big issue. Let's check up on CNN here. There's nothing much. I mean, there's always something going on, but nothing that I want to mention right now. There's really nothing I want to mention right now. We'll cover that in future shows. Let's see what CNET has on here. There's a spring tech review. We can always go over that later. The only news that I see here that's really kind of relevant is iOS 7 is running behind schedule. iOS is the operating system for Apple's mobile products, and I kind of feel, I may be totally out of it, but I kind of feel that if Steve Jobs were alive, that iOS 7 would not be running behind schedule, that he would find a way, but maybe this is just a false report and they will have it done on time. But I know that iOS 6, it's one of my favorite operating systems out there, but a lot of people think it's getting too mundane, too boring, too the same, and I know that iOS 7 is going to be a major upgrade from that. So I can't wait to see how it is, but I know maybe they're running behind schedule just because it's so much different. But all I know, to keep the market share that they have now, they need to update that operating system. Even though I'm perfectly fine with it, but it could be doing more. But we'll be going over all these news stories. Again, CNN, CNET, ESPN, which means political news, tech news, sports news, celebrity gossip, if it's relevant, and auto news for sure. There's the New York Auto Show just came by, and there's a lot of nice stuff introduced from Acura and other manufacturers. Of course, we'll be talking about that in the future, but I don't want to go over too many things and bore you too much. But this is going to be our official podcast. I can't wait to go over all these topics with you. It's going to be great. So again, expect analysis of our videos, and we're just going to be talking about everything. So if you have any questions that you want to submit, let me know. If not, I'm going to be going over the comments in the videos, but ask me any questions here. I have a wide array of interests, and I'd like to address all of that. I like to make this a great listening experience for you and a great experience for me making this. So again, find us on YouTube at youtube.com/creativereviewsp. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. And I hope you keep on listening, and I'll be talking to you guys next time.